YouTubers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is me, your girl Morgan Tracy J, coming today with another morning coffee. And yes, I am coming from my PJs, guys. Okay, well guys, today's morning coffee is all about your purpose, guys. I'm so excited to talk about this because you guys know I'm a woman of purpose. But before we get into this video, make sure you subscribe, you join the YouTube family, and you check out my ministry, hisdaughterscloset.com. All right, guys, today's video is all about purpose, and the first thing I have to tell you about your purpose is, boo, you will doubt it. Period. You will doubt it. You will doubt your purpose. You will doubt, did God send me? Did God tell me to do this? Did God lead me here? Is God with me in this place? You will doubt your purpose. And you know why you will doubt it? Because it's beyond your thoughts. It says in his words, his ways are higher than ours. And that is what happens with a purpose. It is beyond your thoughts. It's above you. And so now you're walking in areas that you can't really see clearly because it's above you. So you got to be understanding that. Don't doubt the purpose. Doubt yourself. If anything, don't doubt the word of God. Just doubt yourself. Say, hey, I'm doubting me because I'm a human. I'm human, but his ways are higher than mine, so I'm going to keep working towards it. Another thing with your purpose is you got to be willing to go on the journey with it. You see, years ago, I was in the testing of my faith season, and I remember I was crying out to God, and I said, why am I going through this? Why are you taking everything from me? What's going on with my life? And this is what he said to me. He said, the singer is not a singer without a song. And see, at the season, I didn't understand that. But at that season, God was giving me a song. He was giving me a message to eventually come here on YouTube and testify about the goodness of God. And so I first want you to realize next is that your purpose will be tested. You will go through something that's going to give you a new song, that's going to give you a transformation, that's going to give you a new word, that's going to birth something new up inside of you, boo. I want to tell you, don't despise the testing. Don't despise the struggle season. Don't despise the breakup. Don't despise the hurt. Don't despise the trauma. Don't despise those things, because that's the season God is taking you through, the testing. And that's how you know you're getting called and you're stepping into your purpose, because whatever you step into, whatever is in God, it will be tested. It tells us that our foundation has to be a rock, right? Because no matter what storms may come, we have to know our foundation is going to stand. And that is how God builds you on his foundation. He strips you from things that you once were holding on to, idols and beliefs and things that made you feel worthy, right? Outside of him, he strips you from those things, and guess what he does? He gives you only himself, and you build your foundation from him. And so that's why I want to encourage you that how you know a purpose is from God is that you go through the testing. You go through the testing. That purpose is tested. You face obstacle after obstacle. People is not supporting you. Somebody had something negative to say about you that hurt your feelings when they didn't help you. All these things are going to happen to you, but that's how you know you're going through a testing, and that's how you know it's from God, because it's just getting you closer and closer and closer to what he's called you to do. You see, boo, I want you to realize that a purpose is not just this glamorous thing that you eventually see somebody doing, but it's the journey that we go along to get prepared to do the thing we've been called to do. You see, many stories now from my videos, I come from back then. I'm telling you stories about during the testing season that helped birth the woman you see today. But I want you to understand personally that your purpose is already within you. You don't got to go find it. It's not in a relationship. It's not in a marriage. It's within you. And the only way you can know your purpose is if you tap into the creator, which is Jesus, which is God. You'll know why you're created. You'll know why he wrote your book. You'll know why he put you here. You'll know in your heart why you were put here and what you got to do before your time is up. And you see, that is what happens when you have a purpose. And when you have a purpose, everything changes. I want to tell you this because I don't think I realized this in the beginning, that my life was going to have to change to step into my purpose. My life was going to have to shift because of the purpose that God has put on this earth for me to do. You see, I think that sometimes we overthink or we underthink the power of a purpose. But you see, before my purpose, I was struggling with pornography. Before my purpose, I was in masturbation. Before my purpose, I was really lost and I was trying to seek my word from all kinds of other things. Before my purpose, I was really drinking a lot. Before my purpose, there's a lot I was doing before my purpose, obviously. But once I got my purpose, once I realized what God was calling me to do and how he was calling me to do it, things began to fall off. People that I was once smoking with were no longer in my life. People that I once was all around doing certain things with were no longer in my life. And eventually my view got clear. I got focused, because then I knew what I was called to do. I knew that, hey, I don't got time to go shimmy at this event, okay? I got to go and work on this ministry. Okay, I don't got time to go to that party or that Thirsty Thursday event, because I got something to work on. I'm walking this thing out with God. And you see, I want you to get that in your soul, that this purpose that you may be doubting, you may be overthinking, you may say no. You got to understand that if God has given you the word, that it has to be accomplished. If God has given you the vision, then it has to come to pass. If God has given you the idea, then it has to come to pass. Now you just got to work towards it. You're not going to have the whole outline. You're not going to have numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is what you do, child. He's just going to give you number 20, and he's going to say, now I need you to do the rest of the steps. I've got number 20 here, which is the vision, which is the idea, which is the fruition of it. But now you've got to make step 1 and step 2 and step 3 and step 4 and step 5. You've got to do that, daughters of God. And I want you to realize that when I got my purpose, guys, my life didn't just poof, change. Now was the reality that I've got this major vision that I even doubt, but I've got to walk towards it somehow to make this vision come to pass. But that was where I was at, but you also have to realize that it's not going to be in your power and in your strength, but it's going to be in the omnipotent power of God. It's going to be in him, not your own. So I want you to realize right now within yourself that this is not a season to run and hide. This is not a season to still doubt the same vision God has been giving you over and over. This is not the season to downplay your gifts and hide your light. Actually, this is the season to show up in faith and say, Daddy, I'm here and I'm ready. You know what? I played in year 2016. I was joking around in 2017. I was wishy-washy in 2018. I got distracted in 2019. I was hurt in 2020. But hey, God, I'm coming through right now come 2021. I'm ready for what you have for me. I'm not going to be scared anymore. I'm going to be fearless. I'm going to show up for my life. I'm not just going to get by and live, but I'm going to thrive. I'm going to have joy. I'm going to experience the goodness of God in my life. See, you got to get such a heart knowing what God has for you. You got to get such a heart saying, I'm going to go after all that God has for me. And Dad, I'm going to step into it. I'm not going to be afraid. And see, I'm telling you today the words I wish I would have had back then when I started my purpose. I wish I would have had these words. See, I couldn't speak these words yet because I hadn't gone through the testing of my faith. But I want to tell you, when you lose everything, and all you have is Jesus, no matter what comes against you anymore, your purpose will not be messed up. You will not let that purpose go. See, when you go through the testing of your faith and everything is taken away from you, all you have is Jesus. And when all you have is Jesus, you know that you can get through anything. And so even today, I go through tests personally. I still go through tests against my purpose and everything. But how you know it's a purpose from God is that it stands. That no matter what comes, somebody can come and go, that purpose is still there. No matter, oh, this happened and it really hurt you, that purpose is still standing. Oh, you were once here and they left, it's still standing. Oh, that storm came and it really messed you up, you're still standing. That's how you know a purpose is from God. It still stands and it weathers any storm and it gets through. So my goal for this video is to inspire you to step into your purpose, to inspire you to quit downplaying the amazing gifts and greatness that lives inside of you because God put it there, to quit downplaying the ideas and the dreams and the visions and the desires that you have, and you just say, oh, that's impossible. But I want you to understand that God's ways are higher than yours, so it makes sense that it looks impossible to you. It's just a higher view. I want you to walk into your greatness this year. Walk into your greatness at the end of this year. Plan. Stay strong in God, build up that faith, and get ready because there's so much more greatness God has for you. And I know it from experience, guys. I know it from experience. I hope you're ready because greatness is right before you. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.